All right, so when it says solve using a matrix equation, again, this is telling us to use our inverse matrix method. So we are still going to start with our coefficient matrix. So this will be 6, -4, 2, 2, -2, 6, 2, 2, 2. Okay. And then times our variable matrix, so we'll have x, y, z this time. And then equals our constants. So -4, 10, and -2. All right, so again, we're talking about taking matrix A times matrix X equals matrix B. Okay. So again, kind of thinking about that, how we did with our other systems. So if I have AX equals B, to get the x by itself, we are multiplying by the inverse of A to each side. So x is going to be equal to the inverse of A times B. So we are going to use this idea to help us calculate our answer. And we are going to do everything on our calculator. So you guys are going to need to grab your calculator so you can follow along. Now if you have something on your screen, just go ahead and clear it. And then I'm going to zoom out a little bit so again you can see what keys I'm pressing. All right, so we are going to go back into our matrix menu. So second matrix, over to edit, selecting enter. I'm going to type in this matrix. So 3 by 3. And then remember to use your negative key, pressing enter in between each number. That's always a good idea just to kind of go through and double check that you got everything typed in correctly. Okay. So now we're going to type in a second matrix. So we haven't done that yet. So we need to also type in matrix B. So I'm going to do second matrix. I'm going to go over to edit. And this time I'm going to arrow down to select B. So I'm going to press enter. So starting with the dimensions, we have 3 rows, 1 column. And then I'm just typing in these numbers, so -4, 10, and -2. And then now I need to quit and go back to my home screen. So second mode to quit. And then on our calculator, we are going to make it say A inverse B. So this is what we want to type in. So first I have to go get my matrix A. So second inverse key. And I'm just selecting the name of the matrix, so I'm just going to press enter to select A. And then I'm going to type in my inverse key. And then now I need to get matrix B. So second inverse key. I'm going to arrow down to select matrix B. All right, so again, this matches exactly what we have written here. So our calculator is going to execute this operation between the 2 matrices we have set up. So I'm just going to press enter. Okay, so right now, our X, Y, Z matrix, which is our X, equals -2, -1, 2. So again, I need to write that as a point. So the point of intersection is -2, -1, 2. So this would be my answer. All right, so again, if we are thinking about what this would need to look like on the test, I need to see this part of the work and then your answer. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and set up the matrix equation and then go ahead and solve it for that next problem. All right, so again, we're taking the coefficient matrix times the variable matrix equal to the constants. So this is A times X equals B. And then our X is going to equal the inverse of A times B. Okay, so now we are just going to type those matrices into our calculator and then execute that. Okay. All right, so back to my matrix menu, over to edit. I'm just going to reselect A. Still a 3 by 3, typing in my new matrix. Okay. And then now I'm going to type in my second matrix. So I'm just going to press second and then my inverse key again, back over to edit. This time I need to remember to arrow down to matrix B. And then I'm typing in this one. So that's a 3 by 1 for the dimensions. And then typing in the 1, 12, -1. And then second mode to quit. All right, so again, we're making our calculator say this. So if you are doing these problems in your homework and you already have this, remember you can just press second and then enter, and it will copy and paste that for you. Otherwise, to rewrite it, we're going back into our matrix menu, selecting matrix A by pressing enter, pressing the inverse key, then getting matrix B, okay, and then enter. Okay. So my point, so I'm just going to write it as a coordinate this time, is going to be -4, 3, and 6. So that is that point of intersection. Now, keep in mind, guys, as we get into solving systems, so like in your ALEKS topics and on your knowledge checks, if you need to go back and redo this section from our previous unit, you're allowed to use this method now because ALEKS is not grading your methods. It's just wanting you to be able to find the answer. So now this is another method that you could apply to solving this type of problem.